Testele Sangalo, Tangbunga, Pegananglo Tsikashi, Shugo Samchung, number Sangalo, Tari, Sajakawa Sane Page, and Simshu Panierich do, and Tochana Shuai, Tari, Sumju Tudende, number Sangwakasane Zomdejin. Nyaming Denche Gatsoi, Nageji Pedole Gukangi, Genziki Denyeji, and Tari Nimadela, and Nazude, Chatubade, and Mixegi, and Kazochambuchun song, and the Kande Tanda. So the number Samagushu Gure, Naranzo, Hebe, Saturn, Garamuchengi, Loma, and the Lo Mangurenga, Tuzu, Yaga Capso, Tuzu, Kyo Capso, Katu Yine, Anzuda, Nyomdo, Pebata Nyomdo, Ani dos Tapsu Nangola, Ani Nyamshu Chengeki, Minachik de, Ani Terikans number to Sangla, Mojoshua, Kuga de Nason, Ani Koranganzu, number to Sangologi, Kemper Kingade, Richard Gere. Marajina, Geji Pedolegu Kangi, Tokso, the Geji Pedolegu Kala, Lerachich, Lochungas Jugue, and at the Koranium dollar, and the Tanya Butone, Lerachidu Samba, Mune Pedung, Gi Tapso, Korangi, Mina Tanya, Koran, Dindeki, Koran, two. Keben Jie Raya Mebe Caps de la Koran Digan de la Tuzutang and Tuzutang Vamase, Wanzunium Bet Kala Japchini Ya Ju Ma Ju Sangman Zomzom Kala Marachini, Junichini, Lega Benye Jire Chesamune, Tane Dingi, any Peve Pedun Gandela and Gapjonang Jire Chesangara de 30. Bobata Gazo Chimbutone and Namso Mojoshua Rason and Tsikaji Injinanglone Shuchochi. Greetings everyone. My name is Denche Gyatso. I am president of International Campaign for Tibet. International Campaign for Tibet is an organization that works to advocate for human rights and democratic freedoms for the people of Tibet. And today I am here to introduce you to a special guest, this guest speaker, and this guest speaker is chairman of the board of directors of International Campaign for Tibet. And I was just speaking to my Tibetan brothers and sisters here that as someone who has the privilege to work closely with our chairman, he is internationally known as an actor and a Hollywood star, but for us, he is a student of His Holiness, and he is someone who advocates for Tibet shoulder to shoulder with us in the halls of Congress or today here with all of you, and working close up with him. I know he works with strategy, with vision, but also he does the hard work because it's not easy. We have a cause, and we are just a handful of Tibetans outside of Tibet. Inside Tibet is the 6 million Tibetans who are inside, who are there under an authoritarian regime, suffering and surviving in a space that is even more difficult today than it was before. Freedom House recognizes Tibet as the least free nation in the world at a freedom score of 0. So we have big challenges ahead of us, but at the same time, we have friends who care about this issue. At International Campaign for Tibet, we are a grassroots organization with over 100,000 members worldwide, and these are all people who care about this issue, who feel some connection to Tibet, His Holiness, and this culture that has brought some benefit for them. So with that, I wanted to just share that our chairman is somebody who really works shoulder to shoulder with us, is there doing the hard work that needs to be done all the time. So today, without much ado, it is my great honor to introduce you to Mr. Richard Gere, Chairman of the Board of Directors of International Campaign for Tibet. Richard La.
Tashidale. Hello Netherlands and France and Switzerland and Germany and Belgium and the US and all of these wonderful 3,000 or so people who came out today. How extraordinary. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I just came from Dharamsala, just yesterday, came here. And so, first of all, I want to extend the best wishes of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to all of you here. And I'm sure you're happy to know that he was in very good health and had come from Hunsor, where he gave some really wonderful teachings. And I wasn't there for that, but friends of mine told me that there were really extraordinary teachings, a very difficult teaching that His Holiness was giving, and he was, the way he was 20, 30 years ago, with a kind of power and precision and ability to teach with great energy. So he's in really good health now. I wanted to extend that to all of you. And he reiterated that Palden Lamo has told him that he's going to be 113 years old. And I said, but is it going to be a good 113 years? And he said, yes, 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 yes. Look, you've spent most of the day talking about very important things, I know. And much of it has been a litany of all the terrible things that the Chinese have done, and specifically the Chinese Communist Party and what they've directed their people to do to the Tibetans. And it's been a horror, a great tragedy, not only for the Tibetans, but for the entire world. And it continues. And now with Tibetan children being taken away and put into boarding schools, and that's in quotes because it's really a complete brainwashing experience for these kids. The continuing degradation of the environment, the damming up of all the major rivers coming out of Tibet, which is going to cause huge problems downstream in India and South Asia. And clearly they've done it in such a way that there will be a time when they siphon off and redirect all that water to China. So this is a security and a survival problem for everyone in Asia and Southeast Asia. In America, we've done a lot, and we've been able to do a lot in 35 years at ICT, but even before that, we have a lot of friends in the Congress. We've always had good relations with all the presidents in all of that time. There is a moment of deep insecurity right now with what's going on in the US. But still, everyone I talk to in Congress is a loyal benefactor and protector of Tibet. So I wanted you to know the people are still there and care about you. Loden, thank you. You know, as a Loden, a great musician, and he does something more, he stands up. You know, we need to stand up. One thing that we do know over all these years is people are afraid sometimes to speak, and they said, well, we'll be neutral. And we know one thing very well: neutrality only helps the bad guys. Silence only helps the bad guys. So we do have to speak. We have to speak from wisdom, and part of real wisdom is compassion, understanding, and love. That what we hate is hate itself. We hate anger, we hate ignorance, we hate unkindness. But I think there's going to be a time when things radically change in China, and we're all going to be brothers and sisters again, like we were many generations ago. But it doesn't mean we stop talking about what's happening in the world, and specifically with our Tibetan brothers and sisters. I remember speaking in Bodh Gaya many years ago, and His Holiness asked me to talk to a crowd, and there was 500,000 people there at a teaching with His Holiness. And I didn't know what to say, but I got up because he kind of forced me to do it. But I said, you know, of course, everyone here in this crowd that comes from all over the world, all over the Tibetan world, all over Asia, the plateau, north into Tuva and Bharatiya and Kalmykia and places all over the world, who have an innate respect for what the Tibetan experiment has meant over the last 1,500 years, when Buddhism finally took root in Tibet. And took not in root the way maybe it has in the West, where spirit and spiritual training is peripheral to the way we live. The Tibetans took this to heart, and they started to create institutions to really make their whole world loving and compassionate and kind. And so I found myself talking to a crowd there, and I said, look, you know, we're so fortunate here. We're able to take bodhisattva vows. And I said, of course, in the bodhisattva vow, our pledge is to release all sentient beings from pain. But maybe in that realm of all sentient beings, we can put the Tibetans in the head of the line and give them a little extra help. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Okay. You know, when I come to these events, and I feel that sense of solidarity, that everyone is welcome here. The world we're living in is moving in a different direction, where everything is exclusive and we're all separated from each other. But we all know there's revolving stories. We all have a story. There's 3,000 people here. There's 3,000 stories. And all those stories interconnect.
One good story is 1 million story.
How many stories?
My story is 1 million story.
Yours is one of 7 billion stories on the planet.
7 million story. My country.
One thing I've learned too, and I realize I look around the room, I think I'm the oldest guy here. Is there anyone older than me here? Anyone over 75? Well, no, we have, you told me 82. We have an 82? How old? 80. Right here. And His Holiness, yes, I'm being reminded, this man is going to be 90. And is smarter and wiser and more energetic than all of us put together. But given all the things you've been through, and the Tibetan community's been through, and most everyone here has been to rallies before, and we do speak out. This is not a silent group of 3,000 people. We stand up and we talk about these things, and we speak truth to power, and that's very, very important. But there's something I always remind myself, and I want to remind us all here. There have been other cultures that have gone through horrible, horrible things. The Tibetan community is different because there's a vision of possibility, a vision that includes everyone. Even the bad guys are included in the vision of possibility, where we can live together and take care of each other. And there's enough money, and there's enough food, and there's enough shelter, and enough care, and enough education for everyone. And we're not defined by our pain and by our suffering. We're defined by our ability to love, to care, to forgive, to embrace each other and take care of each other. And that's what's important about this movement. It's different from other ones. That's the vision that's fired me for the 45 years that I've been a very humble servant of this movement, and a servant to His Holiness. And His Holiness at that center of that vision of possibility, of love and embrace. And the fact that Tibetans are in this diaspora where you have to find homes everywhere around the world. I found a home with you. And I think people all over the world have done that. We've found a home with you. And that vision is something that can be home to everyone on this planet. We've homes to insects, to animals, to spirits, to ghosts, to all the beings and all the universes are encompassed in His Holiness's vision, which is at the heart of this Tibetan experience. So, as we are entering this 90th year of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, that's the thing that I want to bring forward, is that vision of possibility. The heart of the Tibetan world, the Tibetan mind, the Tibetan heart, is that we're here to help each other. We're here to generate bodhicitta. We're here to awaken ourselves and help everyone else to awaken to who we really are, and that we're all completely connected to each other in all possible ways. So long live this culture, but specifically long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and may he always, forever and ever be with us. Thank you so much. Tuji Che. Tuji Che. Tuji Che. Tuji Che.
Yes, we would be here because we have. So I want to share with you that, as Richard La mentioned, His Holiness is an inspiration for us, and this is His Holiness's 90th year. The Tibetan administration have in Dharamsala declared a year of compassion, of celebrating compassion. And so with that in mind, we at the International Campaign for Tibet would like to share with you something that we have been working with. You here, you are the heart of the movement. So we want to ask all of you to join us to celebrate His Holiness's vision, His principles, His efforts for the world. So we see this as a moment, His 90th year of compassion, taking His message that has benefited all of us and sharing it with everyone who wants to learn about it and be part of it. So for that, we wanted to share with you her slides over here. Let me check. So in honor of His Holiness's 90th birthday, we are going to launch a Compassion Rising World Tour 2025. So the goal is that we take His Holiness's message on a world tour. So there will be opportunity for everyone to participate, hold your own events, big, small, different ways and all different kinds of activities could be part of this movement. So this is just a little preview of it for you. And there will be tour stops around the world, whether it is film screenings, whether it is artist exhibitions, whether it is, festivals, cultural events, protest marches. So we'll have all kinds of things going on. And this is, there is a website, compassionrising.com, and this will be launched in the near future, in a month or two as we develop it. But this is the site where you can log on and sign up with your email to get more information about it as it gets developed. And as we talked about many tour stops, one of the tour stops will be here, hosted by International Campaign for Tibet based in Amsterdam and the Netherlands Tibetan community working together. So with that, I would like to invite Wong Putetong, ICT Europe's director, to talk about that campaign.
Hello. Across Europe and maybe across the world, we want to have cities to celebrate the 90th birthday of His Holiness. And therefore, we will have a campaign. And before talking about this campaign, I will show you a video. Now, Chenzum, show it.
Why do we suffer? Have we lost a sense of compassion? We have the potential to change. "90 years ago, a boy was born in Tibet. At the age of 4, he was chosen to lead his people. Soon after, his land and his people were invaded, and the boy became a refugee. But this boy held on to his hope for a better world. Positive change starts with us. Let us cultivate this seed of compassion.
Now, I would like to invite the leaders of the Tibetan community on stage, and also Tsirinyang Zumla. We have prepared a box, a campaign box to the to the country representatives. And I would like to ask you to come here. Yeah. Christina, come for the Netherlands. Yeah. Some of our friends already left the stage and then the venue because they have to go far away. But we have some people here. And Richard, I would like you to present this box. Maybe we can, yeah.
Do you want to show them?
Yes, we want to show it, yeah.
You open.
Okay.
You don't want to see this, do you? You don't want to see what's in this box, do you? No, no one wants to see this. No, no, no. Put it away. Put it down. No, 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 no.
So, this design is made by Tenzin Rinpoche, a famous Tibetan artist, contemporary artist, and it shows, yeah, it's a very nice design on the top. And inside, we have put some flags, Tibetan flags. People are invited to come and put their wishes for the future, for a better future. We want to see these flags flying in the city halls of Europe. We have other materials, we have pens, we have a kata, and this box is massive, so we can put a lot of things in this box. And it shall be an inspiration for all of us to do something for the 90th anniversary of His Holiness. Yeah. Now, let's proceed.
Unfortunately, we don't have 3,000 of them today. But we will. We promise you. So we're going to give it to representatives of the whole community for now. And we're going to then find some even better things to put in there. I think we're going to put Buddha relics, genuine Buddha relics in every single bag, if we can. We'll try.
So let's start. Okay, Kankanina Besurona. Austria, Österreich. Ja. Kankanina France. No, you together from the Netherlands. We have 2 persons from the Netherlands. Yeah, let's go together. You together, come please. Yeah. Okay. UK. Sweden. Yeah. Switzerland. España. Belgium. Italy. Come in front, Claudio. Okay. Now there is one from Catalonia. A person from Catalonia. And there is and Tupten Wangjin from and Barcelona, member of the Tibetan Parliament, and Tupten Gyatso from Paris, Tibetan Parliament. So thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much, Angela, for coming to the Netherlands. And we have the representative of His Holiness.
I have the honor to offer you a scarf to express our gratitude. Thank you, Richard, if I may, for your long and continued support and friendship to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and to the Tibetan people. We are truly, truly grateful. And I don't think any words is sufficient to thank you for what you have done for Tibet. We are truly grateful. Thank you so very much.
Hello. The France个巴士呢，用给的是怎么的？
숨제 주쟁이 라조 시계 체외 레구이 런염 슈나가 페웨 필리핀다 용라 공감상 쉬야다 아니 다 예센지 쉬야주 토마데 체바이나 나버조 망부지게 투낭 추에 그래 다리데 시계 체외 레구이디 나라 라조 페미틱 조기 반데 치디 갈레 아니 고 논지도말라 데 베야게 건절레 시시 토바레 임바이네 예자 담당 라조 페미틱 줄라 공에 지금 제배 원도 되네 아니 고갈을 드럼살라라 가르쳐 총두이 제도 아니 마슈란 슈 케제 아니 다리데 페마소스 아니 예디지 슈아이 안고 갈렌 토니 바이네 미마 넘발라 소세 슈로치 소소 아니 그라조 자웨 다리 리구이디 할레웨 약부총소 아니 미마 넘바조 슈 첨보 가마마지 페샤 아니 Suffering of Tibetan people is not a distant memory. It is a present reality. For more than 6 decades, Tibet has endured brutal occupation, the destruction of our culture, the suppression of our religion, and the denial of basic human rights. Our language, our traditions, and our very identity are under constant threat. Tibetans continue to endure imprisonment, torture, and even self-immolation as a cry for help, demanding the world to pay attention to their plight. We stand here today to say that this suffering must end, and that the international community, especially the European Union, must take meaningful action to address the ongoing crisis in Tibet. The European Union has always prided itself for its commitment to human rights, democracy, and justice. However, the issue of Tibet remains a glaring example where these principles have not been fully upheld. The EU must not remain silent in the face of the Chinese government's repression in Tibet. It is time for Europe to translate its words into action. Europe must not stand just in solidarity with Tibet, but in full commitment to advancing the cause of Tibet. Under the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Tibetans have stood for peace, for non-violence, and for justice. Our fight is not with the Chinese people. It is with an unjust regime that seeks to suppress our rights and destroy our way of life. Our struggle is one of hope, not hatred. Our resistance is one of peace and not violence. We will not stop until freedom is restored in Tibet, where every Tibetan can live in peace, freedom, and dignity. But we cannot do this alone. We need your support now more than ever. We call on you, the international community, and the European Union to stand with us. Speak out for Tibet and take a stronger stand. Demand that China respect the rights of Tibetans. The EU is uniquely positioned to serve as a bridge for meaningful dialogue and to hold China accountable for its actions. The EU has the diplomatic power to press for the resumption of negotiations between the Tibetan leadership and the Chinese government. These negotiations are not only path to a just and peaceful resolution of the conflict, one that respects the wishes and the aspirations of the Tibetan people. Let this rally be a reminder to the world that Tibet will never be forgotten. We will continue to stand for truth, for justice, and for freedom of Tibet. And as long as we stand together, the cause of Tibet will never die. Free Tibet and long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Thank you very much. Pregelo.
상말로 냠도 땅으로 지라 랑세 선자 연ning 가서 쭉 쓴다로 상말로 괜히 냠도 땅으로 나가셔이
number that Jitama touch de la Chitan Tirang de la Narang Mundi Kitche Google to the Bates, Tadici on a Yapon, some Namjing Asuchi, Turbano, share, Tibu Mine Betes, and Yamjib dinner, Constant Samutan, it is Shena Yapon to some Danagina, Tamasu, Tutu, Gujing, Tiran, Tutu Shita Mea Sonsan, Ani Tomer Tela, Della, Chet the Chipjerton, Congo number, the Tamaran, the Kumdun to Ani Richards. Lapchingamarna Kong, Ani de Tapuripan that Samala, Yantopani, and Dela Zomba, the Yantopani, Tuji Chejuin. So they must have some G2 this on the Jigori, some G2 Tati Chala, also Karachayori line, some G2 them also Stopchik Chayori. Also to Tandi Chalang, also some G2 Kapsum, also Dosa Chita Koyori, or Donsum Yamchi Koyori, Rangan Tapsu Koyori, Sanzerlang Murgur Koyori. Tandi Chagang also some G2 there. Masu stop shikumo the chayori. Tidu Zambanago Masu Maransu the stop shik Yimba Masu Popachi was raising a date Juayan. Ani that Jano Jungo Dingsip go woni any one not to the Hollywood Sally Garatan the Tati Chalata, Pokai Mevazo Yori, Ani Murigan, Dunham Mevazo Yori, Jean Montal and Sony Mevazo Yori, Dorna Po Murigan Termit, Santax Sichi Kunasum the Yunkiyori teaching to them by Janak Jonla, Samsirziga, Popa, Samitaya, Kunaga, Samsir Martona, Shitong, Pota, Yam the Daya, Samsir Sava Nimadu. Teachum Sunga, and Janak Jonga, Karachin, Pota, Yam the Need of Kyomarland, Pota, Janik, Baran, Dravi Chan, Natching maybe Jim Sunga, Yam the Need of Kyomari. Teaching to them by Janaka going also Janak, Samitaya, Kunaga, Sichigo, Natanda Yonda Kiori. Teaching to them Hatun. Janak Jongan, Dindi, Dingsip, Goram Jikatuna, Yonku Yori there, Yenna Maran su Tandi Chala, Chingin, Tonchir Malaga, and Janaka Kangar Chimbus, some Takayori. That Janaka Kangar Cheshu de Garre to Tambanaga, Janaka Chemtum Meva Chakayori, Janaka Marsala Nyamchakton Yori, Janaka Shimdilla Kangantayori. Di Tondok Disu Tata. Nita Turva Juliomata, Tisu Tamanga, Kono, Jimson, Chatham Jueo, the Teran della Tutum, Digi to Tambanaga, Didi Goram Gotoni, Masula, Hacham, Gorkup Chimbori, Chiteri, Nini Garre to Tamba Mazun. Shirji Yetakala, Kanto Chidayo, and then Masu Stopshik the Chakiore. Pinata Terra Masu, Yoram Nalova, Linger Perkiore. Europe, that Tonti Mandava. Jerkum Nanga, Tonchir, Mandava, Nanga, Pok, Jather, Terang Nimo, Simchi Tutang Nimola, Tonti Mandava, Chitung, Judge Tambananga, Pok Jather Sharkandu. They got to Topshik the Momanguni in the Sani Mandavala, you are in a country in the Sosu Sozumon in Gankatan in a ton of Tendi Jonkayori. Teaching to Tamban, then also Tandichala Masula, the Topshik Chimbos, some Yori, Chikti Java Yonori. Tanyang Stopshik Diri. Niti Gary did the Tambang to Tanchur Pojong good to the Tatan also Tanchur on the legal Katopshik Diri. Topshik Sumbating also Tantichala Ponang Samshik, Yartup Gotopshik Diri. This you are Sonton, Masur Jacob Harsu Jalang, also Kanger Savan in Yomari, not Jacha Jatambag Yichi, one Taptu Koram to a long Tangala, which Shinonigani, the Koram to a Tuton Nambakanta. Tamdan imagine, T do Tamba Nita, the Yugami, Tanda, Muni Tony, also the Kurk of the Shasha, Tiji do Tamba, meet Teran, Deni Cheranzola. That Monamzia Martova, Naransu, Shena Dopatang, Kantarchang, also Jacob Harsu, Tubji and Bate, Jacha, Jatamagang, also Yichina, Choker, Asia, Tay, and Ani, Takecha Mambushagaman, Samala, Tutu Yomari, any young Tabani, Twitch, and Ani, Cotton Chair, Poranza! Poranza! 부지 그때 초로니 초로 담버쇼 야름 부지 그때 초로니 초로 담버쇼 야름 부지 그때 초로니 초로 담버쇼 위지체 가와가부유기 난저 뱀이래와 Gami bunte mape taki kolo kodu Chugi song zingambe Namshe hangdo shuye Kawakabe yuki nanzo milewa Gami bunte mape 타기 콜로코드 최기 성쟁감배 남시 강도 슈예 3월에 인다 염도